Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 17 of Uchiha Naruto the Sage. Get this one to 100 like as usual. Remember to share it to all of your friends on your social media platform. Turn on that bell notification to stay posted. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and be a part of the Anime King family. And I'm also going to be posting 2 what if on my main channel today. So after this, go over there and have a look and enjoy. And if it's the first time you hear my voice, this is my second channel, Anime King 2. My main channel, Anime King, has over 300 lovely what if for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and enjoy it. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Start the intro. So to do a little bit of a recap, Naruto and his team face off against Orochimaru, which Naruto was disappointed in himself even though he didn't use his sharingan or his Mangekyou. But he wasn't able to defeat Orochimaru or even weaken him. Naruto was wondering what was going on because his body was in pain. He felt pain and a headache. Something was going on because Orochimaru didn't damage him enough to make him feel this pain. Meanwhile, Sasuke thought that he was on top of the world because he got the curse mark from Orochimaru. They ended up leaving the field and they went to the tower. After arriving to the tower, we had a skip and they went to the preliminaries where Naruto faced off against Kiba. Some of the other match happened but they are similar, so yeah, same like the canon. Naruto faced off against Kiba. Naruto deal with Kiba brutally, beating him down, making Kiba gush blood, as Naruto wasn't playing around. He hated to fight weak people. So let's start this new episode right after Naruto just defeated Kiba. Gaara looked down at Naruto. How brutal, Gaara said, as he saw how Naruto did Kiba. The proctor came down after Kiba was lying on the ground unconscious. The winner of this match, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto walked away as the medics rushed at Kiba to take him away to heal him. When he arrived at the balcony, he found Kurenai waiting for him. Kurenai stared at Naruto with anger in her eyes. She was angry about the way Naruto did Kiba. She believed that he could have ended the match in a more harmless way. Naruto walked past Kurenai without even sparing her a glance. As he passed her, she then grabbed his hand and pulled him in front of her as Naruto stood there looking at her. Was it necessary for you to beat him like that? Kurenai asked. Yes, said Naruto, as she gritted her teeth in anger. She could not believe that this brat has just given her that kind of answer. Her hold on Naruto's hand tightened to extreme as she was getting furious. A touch on her shoulder stopped her as she looked around to see Kakashi giving her an eye smile. Let him go, Kurenai. You are causing a scene, Kakashi said. Kurenai then looked around as she saw that everyone was looking at her. She then calmed down and let go of Naruto's hand and returned to Hinata's side. Kakashi smiled at Naruto. Naruto, you know you could have taken it easy on your fellow Genins, Naruto, Kakashi said. Naruto shrugged as he passed by. The proctor then looked at the screen and the next match was Gaara and Kin from the Sound. Gaara entered the arena as his whole body just disappeared in sand and he arrived in the arena with sand forming around him as Kin, the only female on the Sound group, walked down. Gaara looked at Kin as she was coming down. He had a smile on his face an evil smile. She was shaking because she have heard news about this boy, and she know that he's quite dangerous, and she was really scared to fight him. She then reached to Gaara as the both of them stand about 5 feet away from each other. The proctor asked them if they are ready, as the both of them nodded. Kin then saw the devilish look on Gaara's face. "Proctor, I forfeit," she said, as before the proctor could say Gaara was the winner, Gaara already started his attack on Kin. As the Saiyan was rushing towards her, the proctor grabbed her and moved out of the way. "Gaara, I told you that. You're a fighter. Forfeit. Why did you attack?" Gaara just sighed as the proctor get angry, as he still announced Gaara was the winner. Gaara sun shin away from the arena as he looked disappointed that he didn't get to kill his opponent. He didn't get to crush her in his sand. The next match was Rock Lee and Dosu. This match was over quickly because Rock Lee did not went into the gates. It was simply enough for him to defeat Dosu of the zone. The next match was Hinata versus Neji, and we all know how that goes, as Neji had Hinata on the ground covered in blood and pain, but she still got up to fight. But Neji was stopped as he was pissed. The only reason why they stopped him because she was the main branch of the Hyuga family. He was then declared the winner when Hinata passed out as she was rushed to the medic. Naruto sighed as he was disappointed in the Byakugan. He now see why Madara discarded as a dojutsu. It did not give you any special ability like the Rinnegan or the sharingan. He was disappointed in it. He then leaned up against the wall. He was not interested in any other fighter as he fell asleep. Naruto was woken up minutes later by Kakashi, as Kakashi told him that the preliminaries are over and the other genins are already down there, as he went down there as well. After the third Hokage gave his speech, the matches were set up. The first match, Uzumaki Naruto versus Neji. The second match, Gaara versus Rock Lee. The third match, Kankuro versus Sasuke. And the fourth match, Shikamaru versus Temari. Are there any questions, the Hokage asked, as no one asked any question. He then told them that the finals would be starting in 1 month. With that and a little more explanation, they were all dismissed, and with that, everyone started to leave. But before Naruto could leave, Kakashi appeared in front of him. "Naruto, meet me tomorrow at Training Ground 7. And with that, Kakashi disappeared from view. The next day, Training Ground 7, Naruto sat on a tree waiting for Kakashi to appear. But Naruto wasn't the only one there. Sasuke was also there. Sakura was not called to the training ground. Naruto figured that Kakashi wanted to speak about training. Sakura did not make it to the finals, so there is no reason that he should call her. It was obvious that Kakashi had to train his team because they made it to the finals of the Chunin exam. Naruto then jumped out of the tree and landed on the ground because Kakashi had appeared. Kakashi then gave the both of them an eye smile. "First, congratulations on making it in the finals," Kakashi said. "I am very proud of you too. I called you here today so that I can tell you about your training for the month before the finals," said Kakashi. "Unfortunately, Naruto, I won't be able to train you, but I have gotten that taken care of. I have got someone to train you, Naruto." Naruto shook his head. "No, I will train myself. There is no need for you to get someone to train me." Kakashi looked at Naruto curiously, but nodded. "Well then, I will be training Sasuke till the finals." "Do you have a problem with that, Naruto?" Kakashi asked, because he didn't want to seem like he was favoriting Sasuke. Naruto was his sensei's son. He did not want Naruto to resent him. Naruto simply shook his head. He had no problems with it. Sasuke needed to be trained more than he did. And he was positive that the council had something to do with Kakashi training Sasuke. Kakashi then eyed smile. Okay then Naruto, I will see you at the finals. As he then placed a hand on Sasuke's shoulder and disappeared in swirling leaves. Naruto then flashed off with speed as he went to the trees. As Zetsu then appeared right beside him from a tree branch. Zetsu, my body, has been experiencing severe pains over the last few days. Do you know what might cause it? Naruto asked as he looked at Zetsu. Zetsu did not answer for a moment, but after a few seconds he spoke up. It must be because of the experiments Madara did on you. Naruto raised an eyebrow. Experiments? Zetsu nodded. A month before you came at Genin, Madara did some experiments on you, but he never did tell me what kind of experiments. Naruto looked down, as he could not have any memories. He could not remember any time that Madara experimented on him. Why don't I remember that? Naruto said. Well, it was because you were knocked out, and he carried out the experiments on you when you were unconscious. But don't worry if your body has been experiencing pain. Madara told me that the experiment would be a failure if you receive any pain, and that it won't do anything negative to your body. Well, that is what he told me, said Zetsu. Naruto nodded, but he was still a little upset. Why would his grandfather experiment on him when he was unconscious? I am surprised though that your body just reacted with the experiments that was done a long time ago, said Zetsu. It must have been triggered by accident, or the embarrassment defeat I suffered at Orochimaru's hand. Orochimaru was in the exam? Asked Zetsu. Yes, he appeared, and he placed a curse mark on Sasuke. But I do not believe that is the only reason he came to Konoha, Naruto said. Zetsu, I want you to investigate Orochimaru's activity, and also the one named Kabuto. Zetsu nodded. I will see you in a few days then, he said as he sank into the tree and disappearing. Oh, said Zetsu before he vanished. I forgot to tell you, Jiraiya has returned to the village, as he then disappeared. Naruto was not expecting Jiraiya to come at the village this time. The Sannin would sure come to him in order to find a bond between them, and Naruto did not want that with him. Naruto hated him. He knew that the man was his godfather, and he did not find the time or even stay at the village to take care of him. All those things he went through as a child, that man just leave him at the hand of the people in Konoha who hated him. But there is a good thing to it though. If Jiraiya had taken care of him, he would have not met Madara, so he was glad that Jiraiya abandoned him. The following day, Naruto walked slowly to Ichiraku Ramen. He rarely went to the place to eat. He ate home-cooked meal most of the time. Today he felt like he needed some ramen, so he decided to eat out. Naruto arrived at the ramen stand and took a seat. There was just one other customer beside him. People did not go away from the ramen stand when he came and sat down now, because the people stopped glaring at him because he was now a ninja of Konoha. Naruto, my boy, said the old man. It's been a very long time since I saw you. How are you doing? I'm doing quite fine, said Naruto. Amy, Naruto is here, the old man called out to his daughter. Can I have 2 bowls of miso ramen please? Said Naruto as the old man nodded and went to go prepare Naruto meal. Amy came out with a bright smile. She was happy to see Naruto. Naruto, I am so happy to see you, Amy said as she almost yelled out. She was excited to see him. It has been a very long time since she saw him. Naruto nodded. It was good to see her too. He might not care for a lot of people, but the Ichiraku family was one family that he will never forget. They had done a lot for him without expecting anything in return. They were also kind to him and showed him love when everyone else in the village hated him. Did you make it to the finals? Amy asked. Naruto nodded. I am going to place a bet that you win, Naruto, she said with a smile. The old man then came out as he said, here you go, and placed the two bowls in front of Naruto. As he went back to the kitchen, Naruto sat there as he had a conversation with Amy and slowly ate his ramen. Amy missed the old Naruto, who would have devoured the ramen and would have speak a lot more. She realized that he always have this cold look on his face. Even though he has it, he doesn't speak in that way. To her, he is just her friend. But she still missed the old Naruto, who was always playful and always joyful. He was now completely different. He hardly smiled. After Naruto finished his meal, he then paid as he said goodbye to Amy and the old man and left the ramen stand. The following days, Naruto was alone at the Hokage monument. He was still waiting for Zetsu to report what he had found in his search. He was also bored. He had been thinking that he should go to the hideout for the time being. Konoha was boring at the moment. But if he were to disappear, no one would worry except the people who watch him. He had started to sense them today. They have started to watch him again. With them watching, he could not just meet Zetsu anywhere. But at this time, the civilians had decreased and he was now free to meet Zetsu. Naruto was brought out of his thoughts when a voice sounded beside him. The village looked lovely from here, doesn't it? Naruto quickly turned around to see who it was. He had not sensed the person get beside him because his mind was on other things. If it was an assassination attempt, he would have surely been killed. He then saw the white-haired tall man with his spiky ear, as it looked like blood was coming out of his eyes, but Naruto realized that it was paint. Jiraiya, said Naruto, as he looked at the Sannin once more. Once again, he had been bested by a Sannin. He did not sense him coming up on him. Jiraiya grinned as he looked at Naruto. Oh, you know of me. Naruto then looked back at Konoha, taking his eyes off Jiraiya. What can I do for you, Jiraiya? Have some respect, kid. I am the Great Toad Sage, or Jiraiya-sama, or one of the legendary Sannin. Do not address me as Jiraiya. Jiraiya said out loud, but Naruto paid him no mind as Naruto looked at the village. As Jiraiya looked down, no one appreciated my greatness, he thought. There was no silence as Naruto waited for Jiraiya to answer his question. What was he doing here? But Jiraiya did not know how to start a conversation with Naruto. Sarutobi had told Jiraiya that Naruto knew about his heritage, so he did not know what to say to Naruto. He sighed as he then sat down beside Naruto. I heard that you made it in the finals, Jiraiya said as he broke the silence. You heard correct, Naruto responded. So, said Jiraiya, when do you start preparing for the finals? I heard that there are some tough competitors. I am already prepared for the finals, Naruto said. Jiraiya was quiet for a moment. He then told Naruto the main reason why he's here. The old man tell me that you're aware of your heritage. Is it true? Yes, Naruto said, without looking at Jiraiya. Jiraiya was not expecting that kind of response from Naruto, so he knew that it was not going to be easy for him. Then you know what I am to you, Jiraiya said. Yes, said Naruto, but I do not consider you as such. Jiraiya nodded sadly. He had messed up, but he could try and get involved in Naruto's life. He could make up for the mistakes, but he knew it would be very hard. It is my responsibility to train you and teach you your father's jutsu. I know you say that you're already prepared for the finals, but what do you say, me training you? We could make up for some lost times, said Jiraiya with a grin. I do not need any training from you, Jiraiya. And I certainly have no desire to learn any of Minato's jutsu, Naruto said. Jiraiya noticed that Naruto said Minato instead of father, but chose to put it aside. I can teach you ninjutsu. I heard that you weren't taught any ninjutsu, and I heard you have a lot of chakra reserves, so you need to take advantage of that. I can be a good help towards you, said Jiraiya. Yes, I am sure you can, but I do not need your help, said Naruto. Jiraiya was frustrated. He knew this was not going anywhere, and Naruto wasn't going to allow him to train him. As he knew, lots of people would have rushed at the opportunity to be trained by the great Sanin Jiraiya. Do you hate me for not being there for you? Is that why you are refusing my help? Naruto shook his head. I bear no hatred towards you, Jiraiya, said Naruto. Then why are you refusing my help? I have my reasons, said Naruto. Jiraiya then let go of a sigh of defeat. Fine, but I am not going to stop and try till you allow me to train you. I am going to leave you for now to do some research, Jiraiya said with a grin on his face. As he disappeared, Naruto then stood up as he vanished. Later that night, a swirling vortex appeared inside of Naruto's bedroom as a figure wearing a black cloak with red clouds and an orange mask was visible, with the sharingan looking out of the one hole on the orange mask. Naruto quickly was alarmed as he woke up. As he looked at the figure in front of him, Naruto flipped on the light. So, you are Madara's grandson, Uzumaki Naruto, said the figure. But guys, I'm going to be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification. Stay posted. And remember to share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And after this, I'll be posting What If Naruto Went Dark, guys. And it is coming up to an end. We reach into the war where Naruto is going to be facing off against Kaguya soon. So remember to go and check it out and enjoy. But for now, I'm out. Peace. Like and subscribe. Bye guys.